Hello, everybody, and welcome to your daily PM podcast, where we discuss topics related to personal development and growth through the application of the best practices from the management fields. So, I'm your host, Kamil Mański, and today's topic is why project management is crucial for achieving personal success. So, we all have goals and dreams that we want to accomplish during our life, but sometimes, or usually, we struggle to turn them into reality. We get overwhelmed by the enormity of tasks at hand, and we find it pretty challenging to take all necessary steps to accomplish our goals. And this is where project management comes in. So let's start simply by describing the project. So, what's a project? Well, let's pull a couple of examples. Let's say that you want to go with your family or with your friends or with your girlfriend to holidays. So first thing you need to consider is where do you want to go? Second is when can you do it? Another one is whether you have resources that will allow you to do it. So whether you have, for example, enough money to do it. So frankly, what we are talking about are a set of constraints within which you are going to accomplish your goal. So go to holidays and have a great time there with your friends or with your family. So project is an endeavor that will help us achieve some goals with a given time frame and with a certain constraints like the budget. So what is a project management? Well, according to the PMI, which is a project management institute, it's a global institute that supports project management and deliver out of trainings to people in this field. Project management is the application of processes, methods, skills, knowledge, and experience to achieve specific project objectives according to the project acceptance criteria within agreed parameters. Well, this sounds a bit too complicated even for me, but simply speaking, we know what do we want to achieve and when it will be achieved. So the success parameters, and we are going to do it with a given boundaries or constraints. So what is the project management so important for achieving personal success? Well, because it helps us better organize. So it helps us to build a structured way of thinking. For example, before we start solving some problems that are really stressful for us, people have this tendency to overcomplicate simple things and overanalyze instead of plan and execute. So instead of thinking about the consequences of a particular problem, it's better to think about, okay, what is the worst possible outcome? Most likely best outcome, and for example develop a work plan that will help you to solve this problem or at least to mitigate the associated with it risks. So it also helps us in breaking down bigger problems into smaller ones. It helps us identify potential roadblocks and risks and find proactive solutions. Moreover, if we apply some project management practices to our daily life, it will help us improve our efficiency and effectiveness. For example, by avoiding doing things that don't bring us any benefits. So these are the things that probably want to skip doing. We don't want to do it at all. And here comes the second approach, like the prioritization. So it's better usually to work on things that are the most important, or at least the most important in a given time, because sometimes we need to take into account the urgency of a problem. For example, something that is important and or maybe not so important to your life but is urgent can be to settle your taxes. And if you don't do it in a time, then you can have problems. So prioritization is very important topic, and we are going to discuss the prioritization a lot in our upcoming episodes and seasons. So we need to focus on the most important things first. Of course, we need to take into account some other parameters, but we want to definitely put away things that don't bring us much value or skip them at all. So to sum up, project management is critical for achieving personal success and growth. It helps us by breaking down complex tasks into some manageable steps, by staying accountable and making the most of our resources so that we can increase our productivity and stay focused and achieve our goals and objectives. Thank you for listening to this podcast. I hope you find it helpful, and please join us in the upcoming one, in which we are going to talk about how project management can help us in maintain a good work-life balance. Thank you.